Hi all, Janette and old guy here. We're out in the paddle boat and we're seeing if we might be able to catch some fish, but so far nothing much is happening. But it's kind of nice to tool around a little bit in the boat while we're trying to catch a fish instead of fishing off the bank. We've come up with a couple of nice days here after all these cold, yucky days that we've had. And it's brought to mind to me about how things are turning green in the woods. Since we live in the woods, that's what we see first. We don't see big open fields of things. We see what's going on in the trees and so we're going to walk around a little bit, and I'm going to show you what I see out there that's turning green. So thanks for joining us, and I hope you have a good day. Molly likes to go with us when we go out fishing. Likes to sit up there on the front of the boat like she owns the place. And she actually, I think, watches our bobbers. We're simple fisher people and we like to fish with a worm and a bobber. There's a turtle on that log right over there. See how good my camera is? "1,400 feet away." Hold still. He's trying to warm up in the sun.
I think we're gonna give up for today. We had a few bites, but no catching. Sooner or later, they'll get serious. We will too.
So we're going to feed the fish and see if we can get them to eat a little bit and grow a little bit. As of yet, we haven't seen them come up and feed, but we've been feeding them every day. And we've been yelling, "Fishy, fishy, fishy!" Because the guy said make some kind of noise consistently every time you go out, and they get used to it. There's the feed floating around on the top, but we don't see any fish coming up and roiling the water yet. But it'll happen. The first thing I always notice in the woods in the spring is gooseberries. To me, they're the first thing that come to life. There's an old wives' tale that says, when the gooseberry leaf is as big as a squirrel's ear, then winter's over. There's a really big patch here right at the edge of our yard, so I need to pay attention to this summer and see if I can find some gooseberries. This is a wild rose bush that is on the dam of our big pond. It's a huge bush. Hangs out over the water. we've thought about cutting it down, but it seems like it belongs here now. At one point in the spring, it's beautiful because it blooms a pink blossom and the whole bush is filled out with pink blossoms. Otherwise, especially from this side, it's kind of ugly. But it's one of the first things in the woods to come to life in the spring. And then there are these tree shrub kind of things that are too bad to have on your property because they've become an invasive nuisance. And this is the bush honeysuckle. I'm trying, slow as I can, it seems like, to eradicate them from the property, but before we knew what the problem was with them, we had them all over the place. And so now it's quite an ordeal to get rid of them. The spring's been slow to show up out here this year in the woods, but I believe it's finally gonna come here and give us some warm air and green stuff growing all around. And so thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.